Named for Albert Gary, lawyer, judge, and chairman of the board of U.S. Steel Corporation. The city of Gary, Indiana, was actually founded by the company in 1906. The city's fortunes, thus officially married to the steel giant, Albert wasted no time in establishing truly deplorable working conditions for the workforce, eventually ending in the locally fabled labor strike of 1919, which served as Gary's greatest claim to fame until the Jackson 5 was spawned some 50 years later. Needless to say, that song is utterly preposterous, at least by the looks of present-day Gary, which has crumbled its way to becoming perhaps the single U.S. city least worthy of such a glowing musical appreciation. You want a shithole? Give Gary, Indiana a try. When you drive anywhere east from Chicago, you have to pass through. You usually floor it, hold your breath to keep the toxic fumes from entering your lungs, and say a novena that you don't get shot. I remember once I was channel surfing and I came across the Black Miss America contest, which was being held that year in Gary. I remember very clearly that the contestants were in a park in swimsuits with a forest of dead trees in the background. Ah, Gary, Indiana. Thank you, Albert Gary.
By 1984, Gary was so poor that it had to lay off nearly 400 city employees.
It's like an A-bomb went off and the survivors still live there. Gary, Indiana. It's where all the industry that Chicago rejected wound up. When you drive through on 80-90, all you see is steel mill after steel mill, chemical plant after chemical plant, steel mill after ghetto after steel mill after public housing rotting and decaying away, and oil slicks down the street, down the sewer. You cannot avoid the smell of sulfur seeping into your car. The smokestacks with their polluting plumage fill the horizon as you drive by. You must visit Gary, Indiana. The future of Gary is now, don't miss it. Gary is preparing to be a technological superpower. The future of Gary is now, don't miss it. Gary is preparing to be a technological superpower. The future of Gary is now. Don't miss it. In the Chicagoland area, Gary is often reputed to have a distinctive odor of sulfur, amnesia, stale socks, rotting dog corpses, and unemployment, and the anxiety sweat of a speed freak with his last tooth dropping out of his mouth into the gutter. The Gary Sewage Treatment District welcomes you. The Gary Sewage Treatment District welcomes you. In 204 or 2004 AD, Gary was awarded the title of America's third most dangerous city by the Morgan Quitno Corporation. The future of Gary is now. Don't miss it, Detroit. The future of Gary is now. Don't miss it, New Jersey. The future of Gary is now. Don't miss it. Sacramento, Fresno, Bakersfield, Stockton, San Diego. The future of Gary is now. Don't miss it, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Don't miss it, Harrison, Arkansas. Don't miss it, Jacksonville, Florida. Cityscapes turning into slowly mutating tumors. City tumor, city tumor, city tumor, city tumor, city tumor. Gary, Indiana. A radioactive cinder of apocalyptic fortune moved offshore. Stay away from the water. 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 Stay away from the sky. The future of America is now.
It's a wasteland.
Thank you.
Littered throughout with broken pieces of its former magnificence. Exposed to the elements.
I'll be Sharon, you be Sunny. Okay?
That's my part.
Go home, Jen. Why don't you go home? Go.
Not until I sing my part.
The beat goes on and the beat goes on.
Junkie powder.